Weiter geht's. Oh, wo sind wir denn hier jetzt gelandet? Das sieht nach der Arbeit aus. Nach der Konservenfabrik. Ist das hier unser Spind? Ich vermute es mal.
He began to forget the world we know.
Ja.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Ja, das wird mir auch wehtun.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Müssen wir hier hoch?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Nur in seiner Fantasie. Wow.
The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Glückskatze. Sehe ich noch nicht.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Ach du Scheiße, ich ahne, was ihm passiert ist. Oh. Im Drogenrausch.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
So was können Drogen anrichten.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Jetzt hier weiter.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Ich denke mal, die wollte es leichter machen.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Wo sind wir jetzt denn drin? Wessen Zimmer ist das?
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Ihr Vater. Okay. Von da sind wir reingekommen. Oder ja. Gehen wir mal die Treppe
What happened
hoch.
that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Cliff.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Das ist Edith. Ich glaube, das ist auch die letzte Geschichte, die uns fehlt. Die haben wir alle. Ja, Edith. Edith sind wir, aber Edith? Edith haben wir noch nicht. Gut ist, vielleicht ist... Kommt vielleicht jetzt.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Im Flur wartet also ein Geschenk auf uns. Wir können nicht zurück.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Ah, nun können wir da rein.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Die wird einfach ins Altersheim geschickt. Oh, hier ist die Geschichte der Finchs.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
Wir können jetzt dahin laufen.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Ja, im Nebel.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Der Hirsch, den wir auch am Anfang gesehen haben.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Dann gehen wir mal zum alten Haus.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car, and I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
Ja.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Ja, schwer krank, die Mutter.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Ah, wir sind
But I
jetzt ihr
guess if
Kind.
you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Und wir werden gerade geboren.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh. Das war's. Wir sind am Ende angekommen. Also wir waren schwanger und sind bei der Geburt unseres Kindes gestorben. Aber ich weiß wirklich nicht warum. Warum die alle so früh? Das sind tragische Unglücke. Da sieht man jetzt den Abspann. Ich lasse sie mal unkommentiert laufen. Ja, hier sieht man die ganzen Programmierer und so weiter, das Team, welches das Spiel entwickelt hat. Es war ein tolles Spiel, es war ein kurzes Spiel, aber nichtsdestotrotz ein gutes Spiel, welches dem Preis von 20 Euro wirklich gerechtfertigt war. Ich werde es wahrscheinlich nochmal durchspielen. Und ja. Damit endet dann natürlich auch das Let's Play hierzu. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Kommentare und Likes sind natürlich gerne gesehen. Ich bedanke mich auf jeden Fall fürs Zuschauen. Sieht man die einzelnen Bilder nochmal. Die Spieletester. Was mich noch interessieren würde, wir kamen ja nicht auf den Dachboden, der war ja verschlossen, ob wir den vielleicht irgendwie doch noch öffnen können. Ich weiß es nicht. Ja, das war's.